Oh, come on, news! Yeah, there was a direct. I am excited. So can help me in my fashion studies. Here's 2 Taylor's tickets, 6,000 bells worth of stuff. Simon, you know the books are just a bunch of letters. And there's only count. There's only 104 letters. I make such big books with that few letters. That's so weird. There's Simon. Gala. Butterbean. How are you, Snorty? Let's chat. Well, midway through Extreme Gardening. Such a great book. That is fair. Yeah, I'm gonna be rambling probably a lot about the Pokemon Direct today. Because there was a lot of really just like cool stuff they showed off. The thing I'm probably like, okay, I'm excited for Legends ZA. Don't get me wrong. I am very excited for that game. But I think the game I'm most excited for is Pokemon Champions, which is going to be my new addiction, and I know it, just purely based on what we've seen so far. It's basically going to put Pokemon Showdown out of business, as much as Showdown doesn't make money anyway. That's how it's still running, but you get the idea, right? I can very easily imagine people organizing Smogon-ruled tournaments and battles in Champions rather than playing on Showdown. Rambler, need me for something? What you doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out, I'm making a shell speaker. DIY stuff takes some major elbow grease, so let's go all in on it. It's worth the effort, though. You crammed your brain with a shell speaker? Yeah. That was a little bit of a rude response, but, you know. I will give it to the Nooklings. They are friend. It would rock. Or would it shout? Yeah, like... The thing that I was worried about, they more or less quashed by announcing there will definitely be rentals. Maybe it's the weather or something, but I'm not in the mood to be alone. Could use a little company. Take me over for a short visit? Sure, that's the kind of visit where you're going to want to see my entire house. So, this will take a hot minute. Welcome to the sumo ring. Serve me, Peanut. Okay. Oh, the hat? Just for me. Plain paperboy cap. Wait, is that? No. No, that's not the hat I think it is. No. It's close. There is a hat that's very much like shoes in here. I guess it's true that you can make a statement with your wall and window decoration. Like we've done around here, Rambler. Mind if I borrow some of your ideas? Okay, right ahead. You know, we may as well do basement upstairs first. Welcome to the basement. It's so comfortable that I may never go home, Peanut. I hope you know I'm just joking. I promise I'd never overstay my welcome, at least on purpose. You could literally move in down here. I have no idea what to do with this space. Enjoy. This is your home now. Yeah, see? There you go. You got a computer, you got a plant, you got a humidifier, tricycle, painting. It's pretty nice. But yeah, the thing I was worried about is that you'd have to have Pokemon Home to actually transfer Pokemon into Champions, and if that had been the case, I would have hated that product. But there's in-game rentals, so... Play a game or something. Sure, let's play. Let's play high card, low card. I do not want that do-rag. What are you gonna draw? 2. I'm feeling that 1. I'm feeling number 1 today. Higher or lower than... It's gonna be lower than 2. Yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad I don't have another do-rag to sell. Alright, she's tired of the attic. Yeah, the rentals are gonna be nice. I've already seen people assuming the worst, though, and that really does just kind of annoy me. That people are just already assuming the absolute worst when it comes to those rentals and stuff. You'll be decorating soon? Studying what you're doing with your place? Give me ideas. Well, you see, you definitely want the wheel. That's a very colorful wheel there. I'm told that kind of thing shows sophistication. Believe it. Well, a few folks around here that I'm happy to take style lessons from. It's good. Like, I already saw, and it's a more competitive focused person I watch that does Pokemon stuff be like, this is gonna be like microtransactions and stuff. It's like, well, it's VP, which is probably victory points. You probably get it just for playing the game, not for buying it. Especially where the UI showed no indication that you'd be buying it. This is where you sleep at night. It's the kitchen. Why do you all think the kitchen is my bedroom? I don't understand. They always think my kitchen's my bedroom. Yawning. Let me get this room. Any practical furnishings in here, Peanut? A bold decorating choice. What do you mean? This is practical. This arcade combat game there. Which one the cat thing shows sophistication. Now I believe it. Hey, this is plenty practical. We see everyone goodbye, so I better get going. Alright, I guess she doesn't like video games. See you later. There we go. I can get back to daily stuff now. But like, I honestly don't. Until we see otherwise, I don't feel like Pokemon Champions is going to be a mobile type game. Like, it doesn't look like it. You know? There are some games you look at and you're like, yeah, that'll be mobile. Like, you know. I mean, there's even been other Pokemon games where it's like that with, one announced today. I think it's like Pokemon Friends or something. I forget the name of it. Little like brain teaser puzzles type stuff. Like looking at that, it was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a mobile game. This is gonna be on mobile. There's probably gonna be little things you can buy, like just how it's gonna be. It looks cute enough though. But like, I don't get that vibe from Champion. It might end up being playable on mobile. I'm pretty sure that was something they've already announced. But that doesn't mean it's going to have microtransactions. There are games on mobile that do not have microtransactions. I own a few of them. I mean, Monster Hunter Stories initially released on mobile and 3DS. And had no microtransactions in either of them. And it still doesn't in its remake. You know, like, I could fully believe it just being a one-time purchase thing. Or possibly you're only able to play it on mobile after you've bought it on your Switch. Like, on your spot. Yeah, Legend CA is looking like it's gonna be so freaking cool. I'm going to assume that by the time this video comes out that anybody who wants to watch the direct spoiler-free has already watched it. If you haven't, I haven't really spoiled anything. There's a new game that's coming with brain teasers, that's about it. I do want to say you may want to go watch it now, or at least watch the ZA trailer. Turnip price, 70 cents. Okay. May as well sell the couple things I have to sell while I'm here. This, and this. Here's 2 bells. But, like... Whoops, no, don't want a flimsy shovel. I want the painted shovel next to it. But, yeah, Mega Dragonite's a thing. That's pretty cool. And, like... literally, like, I was kind of watching the comments while I was also watching the live, the premiere. And, like, man, are people so freaking negative. Like, I thought the design was pretty cool. It basically makes Dragonite, but more. You know, basically, Mega Dragonite is kind of poking fun at the Dragonite evolution in a way, but it looks cool. I like it. Meanwhile, the comments were full of people like, oh, this is so bad. Like, that's all they could think of for Mega Dragonite. It's like, no, they could probably think of more. It's just, why would you want anything different? So my beard is getting stuck in the microphone again. Like, I don't understand people being like, no, all Megas need to be super cool. It's like, no, they don't. I mean, Mega Dragonite still looks cool. It's on the goofier side of cool, though. Because guess what? Dragonite is on the goofier side of cool. Like, Dragonite is a big, squishy dragon with tiny little wings. Like, Steven, hey, nice to see you. What's up? They're best day ever. I'll certainly try. Watching that Pokemon Direct is definitely been a pretty big help on that. Like, I know it's very much a case of it's just kind of to be expected because people are just like that, but it still annoys me. And I honestly feel like that's part of the reason why they complain like that, is to annoy people like me. But like, I like the design. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with everything I've seen about Legends DA so far. Nightshade, chat with me. We're staying on the beach, Mother Island. Wonder what life's like out there. Nah, I don't think. I think just saying that, this is slightly off topic, well, this is quite off topic. I saw many things where it's like, people talking about the basically male ability to just not think. And man, do I wish I had that. Because I kind of don't. I mean, there's definitely times where my brain will go blank enough that you could call it not thinking, but I wouldn't. Because the thoughts are always there. Lurking. Yeah, like, Legends ZA looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And just having Mega Evolutions back is so nice. Like, I'm still really hoping for my boy Mega Beedrill to make his way back. Ugh. Colonel, how'd the award ceremony go? Did you win Best Pudding? Oh, I thought that you... What a weird dream, Colonel. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a weird dream. Are you doing having weird dreams? You eating pizza before bed? I'm excited for the game, and it's one of those things of no amount of people being negative about it will change me on that. And It's going to be really funny to me if ZA, once again, sells extremely well. If someone from any aisle designed this, Trent's amazed. No, you're not. Steven, just wanted to say thank you for always being there to help Label. She talks with you all the time, you know. Says the outfits you pick out are always super inspiring. She runs back here and starts sketching furiously. It's wonderful to see. Thanks so much for all three of us. Thanks to the bottom. I still haven't given Mabel her vacation home yet, because I'm not allowed. But I will. Then I'll have done a lot for all three of you. Alright, let's see. Anything in here I actually want? I mean, there is the tuxedo dress, but nah. I mean, you got the suit? Nah. Oh, yawning. Nah, I'm good. But, like, it's gonna be really funny if that game sells extremely well again. Because, like, it kind of flies in the face of all of the people who have complained so much about Scarlet and Violet being, they're so bad because look at the performance. It's like, one, it's not that bad. Like, literally, okay, I know I've talked about this before. I talked about it back in the New Week series. I know I've talked about it on streams before, too. If any of y'all have played, say, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on the Switch, or the new Xenoblade Chronicles game, I've seen some gameplay of it, congrats, you've played games with similar performance dips to at least what I experienced playing Scarlet. Like, fine, there was the issue of the memory leak for Violet. It was basically a Violet exclusive bug. But also, and I could be incorrect about this, but the people I personally know who experienced that bug left the game running and Switch in standby, like the game running while their Switch was in standby mode. Like, they just basically, you know, hit the home button and then hit sleep on their Switch instead of actually closing the game. Yeah, that's probably going to cause problems. Like, it's unfortunate it happened, but that is the case that I saw quite often. I do know there's instances that didn't happen. Huh? Wait, I fell asleep? Yeah, you did. You're about to fall asleep again. I feel that. I could go back to sleep right now, but I can't. I got things I need to do. But, like, there's many games on the Switch that have performance issues. Oh, Serena be thinking about moving. Hey, Rambler. It's not like I'm fussing over anything, but I've been thinking about the layout of my place. Come over and give me some more decorating ideas. I'm a little busy. I gotcha. Maybe next time, sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna go visit Rhonda. Because she's right here and home. And I'm still annoyed with Serrano. Wouldn't mind if he moved out. He was so chill for so long. I guess Ed was keeping him in check. Because he kind of started being a jerk once Ed moved out. Or maybe I just started noticing his jerkness more. Welcome, Steven. Glad you stopped by. Blah. Let's chat. So, I need to say something. You should know how great your noble coat looks on you. I think the color you're wearing will go really well with some pixel shades. I mean, I'll take some deal with it shades, I guess. Oh, you deserve the nice things, Rhonda. Come on now. But, so, like, I was never bothered by the performance on Scarlet. though, it does very much feel like Scarlet did have better performance than Violet, I will admit, and most people played Violet. I played Scarlet because, quite simply, that professor is... I just like her more than the dude. I just do. Sada's cute. What am I gonna say? That's literally what made me pick that game, was the professor. Nothing else about it. Just, professor's cute, picking the game. So, you know. But, like... I've experienced bad performance on the Switch. I went in not expecting it to be 100% performance. And I know people are like, but Breath of the Wild. It's like, yeah, I've watched people play Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, and guess what? I've seen performance dips there, too. Like, it's not like that game always runs at a steady 60. You know, it barely runs a steady 30. And yes, it does, you know. People are fundamentally misunderstanding what makes a game perform badly. Because, like, people will show off the big, empty fields of the Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom games and be like, look at how much better this looks compared to Pokemon. Yeah, those games aren't trying to keep track of, like, 15 to 20 little things at all times that are all around you, moving, doing things. Like, that's the thing. Like, the world of Pokemon was more packed with entities than the Zelda games. That's why the Zelda games perform better, is because they're not keeping track of and rendering and doing all the calculations for all of these entities. NPCs, regardless of the game, add bloat. They make it perform worse. As a key example of this, if any of y'all haven't heard of it, I want you to look up the game Ravenfield. If you have heard of it, you already probably know where I'm going with this. I want you to look at screenshots of Ravenfield and tell me, do you think that game would ever perform poorly? If the answer is, well, obviously no. I mean, look at it. Unless it's really old. I mean, it is kind of old at this point. But Ravenfield is a big sandbox first-person shooter where you can have literally as many NPCs as your computer can handle. Which also takes CPU calculations, basically. I can realistically handle about 250 NPCs on my 9800 X3D. Like, NPCs are pretty heavy. And that's if I want to actually play the game. If I just want to watch what's happening, like if I just want to be on Team Spectator and watch the NPCs, you know, go around, be the Lance, fight each other, basically, I can do about 500. But past about 250, the performance gets so bad, I can't realistically play it. Because it is capping off my CPU. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, Pokemon doesn't have anywhere near that number of NPCs. And you're right, but the Switch is also nowhere near as powerful as my PC. Like, my PC is probably about, like, 100 Switches in one machine. May not be that extreme, but you get the idea. Like, I got a pretty snazzy computer. I'm pretty happy about that. Because it means I'm basically gonna not have to update my CPU in a very, 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 very long time. But yeah, like that, the performance arguments will always get at me. And where I was getting is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is literally the second best selling Pokemon game, only behind the original Red, Blue, Yellow. So like, if Legends ZA sells pretty good, it'll probably be the best selling spin-off game. Like, I could easily see it. But yeah. I'm going to hop into my house, and I'm going to meet you guys back here later today for probably some Paradise planning and just after general afternoon stuff. So, see you then. So, it rained. It rained earlier. And I was popping in to check turnip prices. It was raining. So, we got that to deal with now. I'm almost tempted to, like, chill with you guys instead of trying to do something tonight. I was thinking of doing some Paradise planning, but I'm not really feeling it at this moment. Like, I'm not down or anything. It's just like, I just feel like chilling and chatting with you guys to end this off more than like doing stuff. So let's like come sit up by the campground, because I've not really ever sat up here. Like, I set up the seating area and I've just never really used it. And like, I feel like just sitting around the campfire, it's a pretty nice time. You know? You just sit here by the campfire, enjoy ourselves. My voice is a little trying to kill me. But yeah, it's well after midnight. All the shops are closed. We could still do like Paradise planning stuff, like I said, but I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, it's a thing, like, I'm more just feeling a little, like, retrospective, where we're now over 200 days into the year. Like, the year's definitively over half over. And, like, I don't want to say the year's gone fast, but, man, like, it's one of those things where I've made mention how, like, I'm kind of feeling like maybe I want to cut back on the extra videos, because it feels like they're doing more harm than good most of the time. And on top of that, they are a lot of extra work. But at the same time, though, wouldn't it be so cool if I could keep it up for the final, like, 150-ish days of the year? Like, that's really not all that much longer, especially where it's 3 videos a week. Risk's playing with her toy. She has a new toy. It's one of those like little tower things with like the 3 balls in it that can spool around. There's like a feather on the top of it. She likes it. But yeah, like, I feel like what it is, and don't get me wrong, I like Undertale. I keep picking games that I don't have a major desire to play for that slot. And I feel like that's the issue more than anything, is that, like, it's not that I'm getting, like, exhausted and, like, I'm finding it hard to record and all this stuff. No, I'm picking games that I enjoy, but not ones I'm actively wanting to play. So I think what I'm gonna do after Undertale is just pick a game I'm actively wanting to play and just go with it, regardless of its length. Just go with it. I say that because, well, I feel like that would solve that problem. Like, what gets me continuing to do Animal Crossing every day, beyond it's become a habit at this point, though I have almost forgotten to record a few days, is more that just I actively want to play this. It's a nice, cozy game. I enjoy doing it. Which, I don't know what Frisk is doing in the window. She's had zoomies for like a couple hours now. She's probably found a bug based on how she's reacting. I don't know if she was just in camera or not. But yeah, like, I couldn't even tell you what that game will end up being. That's the thing. And it's kind of how I've been doing streams, you know? Like, if any of y'all have been following my streams for a while, surely you've noticed that I don't tend to have a set schedule. I just play whatever. Lately, that has been nothing but Phantasy Star Online 2. That's because that's the game I've been just actively wanting to play the most. Even right now, the thought in the back of my head is I could have Phantasy Star open. I could be playing that right now. I could have my controller with its turbo button on, and I could be in rappy slots, grinding the slots. I've never actually done that, by the way. But I could do it. I just don't want to do it because I might get my account banned. I don't know if they look kindly upon turbo buttons. But, like, I've been just really enjoying being back in that game. And more so than I did when I got back into Eve. Like, when I got back into Eve, the best way I can describe it is getting back into Eve was like encountering that friend who you were never the closest with, but you still had a fun time hanging out with. Getting back into Phantasy Star Online 2, for me, has been, like, reconnecting with your best friend after, like, a decade. You know, that's more or less what it's felt like. We've gone dark. A little dark. The only dark thing here is my shirt, which isn't all that dark. And I'm sure I've got other games that I could poke at and would have that same feeling with. That might work really well for videos. I just need to find it. And, like, I've talked about it in these videos, and you guys have heard me do this. I'll be like, man, I really want to do this, do blank, but it'll be too long of a series, or, oh, I have to do so much work for it, or, I need to just do it. Like, I feel like that's been the problem. Like, I mean, an easy example I can grab right in front of me. It's hard to reach over the Switch, too. I still need to finish this. That series is not done. I've not finished this game on my own time yet. But I want to. But there's some parts I kind of want to leave for experiencing them for the first time on video. Even though the base game I had already played through the entirety of before I did those videos. And I still really like how I did the All-Mother fight. Because, like, if you've not seen my video on the All-Mother, the final main monster fight of this, if you don't count Valstrox, which I kind of don't, because Valstrox was a lot easier than the All-Mother. Basically, that entire fight, no commentary. I just stopped talking. Because I shouldn't have put the game there. That fight spoke for itself. That fight tells an amazing story. And there's nothing I could have added to it that would have made it better. But at the same time, even now, I'm sitting here like, I want to do that, but, like, wouldn't this be better for streaming? Because it is a longer thing. I feel like I'm being gimped by the YouTube system. Like, butterfly. Butterfly in the sky. I'm sitting twice as high. It's landed on a flower. But then I'm in the camp of like, alright then, if that's too long, it's taking too long. Deltarune meme, okay if you don't get it. I could do, like, something else. I could do a Kirby game. There's a lot of Kirby games I want to do. But I don't know which one to do. Which tells me I need to just grab one and do it. Like, part of me wants to do Superstar Ultra. But, like, I could also do Star Allies. Or I could do Returns to Dreamland Deluxe, like the Switch remaster. Or I could do, Kirby's Dream Land. I could do Amazing Mirror. There's so many games I could do. There's so much in the Switch Online that I could do. Like, and even with that, I'm gonna, because I know it will not hurt the game any. I'm gonna take you guys on a trip through my home menu here. There is a lot of things here that I could play, like GameCube classics, like SNES, GBA stuff, and this is stuff you guys could play too. You could Stardew Valley, like Princess Peach Showtime, the older Monster Hunters, like Battle Cats, Star Ocean 2. I could play through that. I kind of like. I'm gonna be honest. Something I'm thinking about, but I honestly don't know if I'd have time for the rest of the year. But I don't mind if a series bleeds over into next year. That's not gonna matter. I kind of want to do First Departure R, then Second Story R. Like, you know, that's kind of just where I'm at. Where it's like, you have so many options. And like, it's also kind of funny. Like, if you guys were watching the videos up until, like, Undertale started, you probably know I was like, yeah, I kind of want to do Earthbound. Like, do a proper playthrough of Earthbound, because, like, the playthrough I did of it, I started doing his videos, and then I transitioned to be a stream series, and the VODs for the end of that series don't exist anymore. So, like, you literally can't watch my complete playthrough of Undertale. I kind of need to redo it. And then I was like, oh, I could do, did I say my complete of Undertale? My complete of Earthbound. My whole Earthbound series doesn't exist. And I was like, oh, I could do Undertale. Undertale's a pretty popular game. I love Undertale. It gives me a lot of chances to do voices. I like doing voices. You know? That's just like, but I didn't really actually want to do Undertale. I am like my worst enemy when it comes to this stuff. And like, I feel like I need to find a friend I can bounce ideas off of things I want to do, who will more or less just be able to be like, hey, you said you wanted to do this, so do it. You know, I need that voice of reason, because I am a terrible voice of reason for myself. Like, I've kind of joked about this with a friend I reconnected with like a month or so ago. Like, I'm too stupid to know when to stop. So I'll do things that I'm not, you know, I'll either push myself too hard or continue to do things I'm not enjoying because I'm just like, I need to get it done. I need to do it. And like, exercise is a big one on that. I have had multiple days where I have finished my Chloe exercise, like today. And right now I'm thinking, I could do another one. I shouldn't. I've already done almost an hour of exercise. I shouldn't. But my brain is like, yeah, I could do another one. I know I'm going to at least lift weights. It's going to happen. I can't stop that. I'm going to do it. Because in my, this is another thing in my mind, and this is true of the exercises I did today, they were mostly like core. Like, they weren't really an arm workout. So I'm like, I could work my arms. I think there was a few planks. There's a lot of planks. Chloe loves her planks. But it's like, that's where my brain is at. And it's like, I really need to just like stop and just, this is gonna sound probably a bit dumb, but like I need to just stop and do right by what my brain actually wants instead of like ignoring what my brain wants. Because like even now, like the stream I did yesterday, I ended it by going, you know, I might play 14 on Thursday. And I might. I don't want to, though. So I shouldn't. But it's one of those things of I committed to doing the whole free trial. I was the dumb butt that went, yeah, I'll do the whole thing. Back when it was the base game and Heavensward. And now it's also Stormblood. I really need that voice of reason, you know? And I've never had it. Like, even in the long relationship that ended last year I was in, I still didn't have it there. As much as there was definitely times where, like, I would mention things to my ex and be like, hey, I'm kind of thinking about this or that. There was almost no time where she was ever like, hey, you said you wanted to do this, so why aren't you doing that? You know? Honestly, let's be real. Most of the times I would mention something to her and she'd be like, oh yeah, that's neat. Hey, look at this thing I want to do. It's like, okay, you don't care. Got it. So I kind of just stopped mentioning stuff channel related to her because, like, there was no point. I promise this isn't just going to turn into me rambling about my ex. It might. This is my brain. I'm kind of actually thinking on Thursday of maybe doing some, like, Pokemon Scarlet. That could be fun. That could be a lot of fun. But, like, I could also do something that's been staring me in the face for a while, and my brain has been like, I want to play that game, and that's the game I've been picking up a lot lately. It's right here. It was in the N64. It's one of my favorite N64 games. Honestly, probably within my top 10 favorite games of all time. Of which, just so this isn't just complete rambling, I'm gonna do, like, a quick list of that right now. So, like, I'm just gonna do, like, a top 5 of, like, how I'm feeling right now. Just so you guys get something that isn't just me rambling. But this is still kind of rambling. So, like, number 1, Star Ocean Second Story R / Second Evolution / Second Story. Any copy of the game works. Like, they're all fantastic. If you like action-y RPGs, those are, like, the grandparents of the modern action RPGs. I don't mean, like, Diablo-likes. I mean, like, think like Final Fantasy VII's remake. These are, like, the grandparents, the great-great-grandparents of stuff like that. And they blow everything modern out of the water. At least in my opinion. Number 2. This is immediately getting hard. Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Fantastic game. All about loss, acceptance, and, like, grief. All portrayed through a Legend of Zelda lens. And it's so good. Number 3, Final Fantasy 9. Feeling 9. If you were to ask me tomorrow, I might say 6. Or 4. So really, all 3 of them could go right there. Technically, at this point, I have now filled out where, if you count each of the remasters of Star Ocean 2 as a different game, I've now filled out, like, 7 spots, technically. So yeah, that would be 3. Final Fantasy 9 is just amazing. If you like classic JRPGs, Final Fantasy 9 is basically the pinnacle of what you'll get as far as JRPGs go, both in storytelling, party choice, like, even just character development. Number 4, Pokemon Scarlet. There's always going to be a Pokemon game in my top 5. Scarlet, Violet are the best games right now. They are in that slot. There's a good chance that Pokemon Champions might actually take that spot when it comes out. Maybe. Depends on how addicted to competitive I get again. Number 5, you know, StarCraft 64 / StarCraft Brood Wars. / StarCraft 2. I could kind of lump all three of them together, but like right now I'm StarCraft 64. And that's a pretty solid top 5. Right now I'd say like EVE Online is number 6. Tulip isn't in the top 5 at this exact moment because I just got done playing it. That may sound weird, but like a lot of my top 5 are games that I could sit down and play right now. Where I just finished Tulip, I'm not feeling like sitting down and playing it right now. Actually, it's probably number 6 right now. EVE Online 7. Monster Hunter Rise, number 8. Phantasy Star Online 2 as number 9. Kirby Superstar Ultra as number 10. There we go. There's a nice little top 10. Hey, this took me really far through this. So, yeah, I think with that top 10 list now out of the way, I think that's actually going to be it for today, because today's probably been a pretty long one. I think I was recording for like 20-some minutes earlier, and I've been recording for 20-some minutes now. So, decently long one. So with that, I do want to say thank you all very much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you back here tomorrow, where I'll do something that isn't just sit around the campfire and yap with y'all. I can save that for streaming. See y'all tomorrow. And now in this end card, I would like to ask, if you liked the video, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? It'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.